we have the Justice, the Fool, the Ten of Wands, the Star, and the Prince of Swords. Well, between the Justice card and the Prince of Swords, I'm going to say that somebody is making a move to separate, to walk a brand new path, take a chance, take a risk at something, and move in a different direction than where someone else has been headed. This can talk about justice being served, a separation, a divorce, a lawsuit of some kind. But I do feel that there is a leaving something behind, especially this Ten of Wands. It talks about putting down that heavy burden so you can take the lighter path ahead, so that you can move forward with far less care, putting down the burdens, having less luggage, life luggage, by the way. This is the life's experiences here, that maybe some of them need to be left behind and you need to move on. Now, the Star has wishes to be fulfilled, that sometimes they're looking for public recognition. Somebody may want to be a star here, but someone is getting in your way. But there's a dream, a desire that wants to be fulfilled here. But someone, and I think it's this Knight of Swords energy, is wanting to get away. This energy can be aggressive, it can be angry, it can be judgmental. This energy does not like authority. And justice is exactly the authority that may be coming that person's way. Now, the Destiny card, which is in our guidance, does crown you here. So this is saying that this is a karmic cycle for some of you, that you're really putting to an end. This relationship for some of you has been cumbersome, and you've been seeking a way to fulfill your desires. But this Knight of Swords energy, this kind of anger, this guy maybe with anger issues, is stepping in the way. He's stepping in the path. And he's not always a pleasant character to deal with. Now, on this side of the reading, we have, if this isn't you, this may be your partner, this may sound like your partner, or this side might. We've got the Four of Swords, the Six of Cups, the Ten of Swords, the Strength card, and the Three of Wands. Well, regardless of what's been going on here, the need to separate so you can move a different path, so you can walk another path without all of the heavy baggage that may be coming with this kind of an angry energy here. First, we have someone who is stepping back. Maybe stepping back in order to take a reflective look at the situation. But whatever their reasons for stepping back, can be someone who steps back because we've got someone here who may have gone through some surgery. I don't know why that's coming up. And this person may be in a cycle of rest and recuperation, because something detrimental has happened here with the Ten of Swords. This guy has been stabbed every which way. So there's all kinds of aggression here. I want to say it's mental aggression, but it's aggression. It's a feeling that, you've been cut up, stitched up, and now you need to take a break. And if this is you having endured some surgeries, or someone in the situation has done that, then we're saying that this person maybe in a recuperative cycle. It can also say that this energy is like at the end. This is when you can be fed up here. You can be so sick and tired of the way that you've been treated by someone that this is the ending. This is the last straw. This is the straw that breaks the frickin' camel's back. This is the one that does you in. Feeling betrayed. The Six of Cups can talk about karmic cycles. So in between needing to take a break and being stabbed a million times by somebody, we have proof here that we're living out a karmic cycle for somebody. But it's a cycle that talks about something that once at a certain time and place was full of joy and love and happiness. But we've come to a place where someone's misery has just got to end. There's no other way to put it. Now, next we have the Strength card. Now, this other person can be a Leo. We're just going to put it out there. You may be dealing with a Leo fire sign energy, Virgo. Or you could be talking about having to screw up the strength to make the decision on which path you want to walk in life. Because this person has intention on moving on. So now maybe it's time to wake up and get a grip, because there is some baggage that needs to be let go of so that you can successfully move forward without this karma hanging over your head. And so this Strength card here says that you can achieve eternal peace over this situation, but you have to let some things go. You have to take control of the things, the beasts, the monsters, the things that are offensive to you, and you have to conquer them. Now, the Three of Wands talks about accepting the growth to come in. So there's growth after the breakdown and the removal of a situation in your life. For me, it feels like you've got the upper hand with strength. Whoever this side of the reading refers to, it feels that they have more emotion to deal with or more mental struggle that they're dealing with, but they also have a more tuned in element of strength. And they also have this Three of Wands kind of growth and watching growth coming forth. So whatever it is that this side is going through right now, yeah, you've got the waiting game here too. The Two of Wands with the Three of Wands. It says, yeah, you've planted seeds, you're growing, things are happening, and here you're going to be waiting for developments. But there is an element of stepping back and letting things play out and come to an absolute end of that cycle. Because this can feel to me like a karmic cycle that has to come to an end. Now, these two people, what we've got here, what this person has brought to this situation in the past. We have the King of Pentacles on this other side. So the person here that has put down that heavy baggage and decided to take a risk and walk away from the situation in order to fulfill a desire or fulfill a dream, they brought stability and financial security to the situation at one time. But it feels with this kind of Prince of Swords energy that this guy may have given up and decided to walk a more independent path because their destiny is here. Also, the Wish card is here too. in your divine guidance. So there's a desire here for someone to walk a new path and to complete their destiny. But they have to completely walk away from this, is what the message is. Now, the other person on this side, it seems that what they brought to the situation was that of the magician. Someone who could manifest the more positive aspects of life. They brought about happiness and love and financial hope, and they brought clear thinking and passion and desire, but it's sitting in the past, and maybe that person still holds those potentials. Maybe they're just not bringing it at this time, because here what you look forward to in the future is the Five of Wands, a sense of struggle. It shows here too that there's a struggle going on to complete maybe this karmic cycle that has brought you to the end. You've had to really come through with a lot of inner strength in order to undertake this kind of transformation with the Two of Wands and the Three of Wands. It's going from planting the seeds to growth. So you may be working on plans to change your future. The other person is too. So there's no stagnation here. In fact, one of you is really fighting the good fight in order to get a hold of their life so that they can have a prosperity and growth at their disposal through strength. Now, next I want to talk about the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is something that crowns both of you. It is a focus point for both of you. And that is the struggle. Maybe it's the struggle for both of you to walk away. Because we have this guy, he's alone, and we have what may be a family with their back turned and walking the other way. So someone may be walking away alone. Someone may be walking away with the family, and there is a sense of defeat with this energy. But it crowns both of you. So if this is my romantic relationship, not going so well, people looking for a way out, maybe, because there is a struggle going on for one, possibly two of you. Now let's talk about the roadblocks here for this couple. First, we have daydreaming with the Gran Consolazione. This is the stuff, the rewards that you dream about achieving, with sospiri, changes, awaiting developments to come at you. And that's what the Mercante does. He puts out his desires, he lets them be known to the universe, and then he promotes a fruitful outcome. So this can talk about following that path of destiny. That may be the seeking of abundance, something that you thought about doing. It's that plan, it's that desire, it's that karmic destiny that you dream about. And here the seeds have been planted, and now you're waiting for the growth to come. This is the person with a dream. The other person in the situation is also dealing with fruitful growth. I see that it's in a very positive position for both of you. This person especially, you've both had this 10 struggle right here in this position. This talks about the 10 of Wands and the 10 of Swords directly in the position. One person is fighting to drop maybe a habit or drop a behavior or just drop the struggles that have brought you to a place of wanting to walk away or desiring to walk away independently. The Ten of Swords is the same type of struggle, but this is mental energy. This is laying down the mental thinking. With these two tens, we have dispiacere, the tears, la leggerezza. You know, I heard a very interesting definition of this card, and I'm afraid I cannot remember who it was that said this. But somebody I was watching the other day said that la leggerezza is someone that flies from flower to flower. So I can almost feel that some of these experiences that have brought this couple to an end may be tears that have been shed over someone who has frankly carried on with more than one partner at a time. Someone maybe who's had affairs, especially with the female lover, the Lamante. I can almost pick up that this may be the female energy in the situation who has maybe carried on with more than one partner at a time in a relationship. And there's disappointment and tears directly connected to both of these experiences. Now, clarifier on the roadblocks here. We've got the levenio, the contract, la reunion, the reunion with someone and messages coming. Someone may be putting up a fight on the ending of this situation. I think one person maybe wants to hang on to the relationship. Possibly, and I don't see it, the reasoning here, unless it's coming in on the Destiny card. But I do feel incredibly, it's a strong feeling that someone is worried about their financial future if this situation comes to a halt. We'll see what happens when we go to the intimacy part to see if this is this relationship or not. But we have a sensation that, you know, both people actually think that bringing all of this to an end is a good idea. But you also need to know that someone may be holding back because of the financial situation. And they're trying to hold on to the sun. Because the light here is the sun. This is the hope for the future. And they're struggling here to hold on to this future. And the light of the future. And now they're just sort of waiting. They're in this, like, I feel this pause in time. Waiting to see if they can bring the situation back together without it actually ending. But there are messages either coming or going between these two partners that talk about the possibility of reigniting this love situation again. So, let's take a look at this situation here with the Tarot of Sexual Magic. Let's take a look. You can find this reading over at Vimeo after I complete this. So we've got two people who are actually almost on the same page with leaving this situation behind. The energies almost match. Card for card, position. I don't know. Now, we've got these two people and what they bring to the future here. One person kind of brings this passion that doesn't want to let go, and another person trying to make the best decision for everyone in the scenario with the lovers. That's the choice of making the right decision that not only benefits you, but benefits every single person in the situation. But the lovers can also bring other people into the situation. So this is saying there's a real possibility that one of these people, the real baggage that this couple is carrying, comes from a deception from one person who may not be able to control themselves sexually, and we have another person, or maybe this is the same person, who, even though they keep themselves in a very sexually active pattern away from the marriage, they want to hold on. Someone in the situation, and it may not be that person, someone in the situation is afraid to let go. They don't want to live without this contract. They're fearful of losing the financial support. Maybe some of you, especially with this king here, somebody may be looking to maintain the financial support that they've had in the past, because this is past position. And they're trying to hold on to the light. But what they're really doing is playing a waiting game to see what develops, to see what happens. So someone, and this talks about the waiting game for me. This is taking a pause, stepping back, and just waiting to see what happens. Being reflective, yes, but waiting to see what develops, what grows from the situation. So, we've got the sun here. There is a promising aspect to this with the sun here. But it can also say that this cycle may be coming to a close, and the end of the waiting game may be in front of you. Let's take a closer look at the intimacy with this couple. Or we may find the story of the intimate life with a partner who may kind of fly from flower to flower to flower. One person is willing to forgive, I think. We'll have to take a look, because the reunion may be bringing this person back in again. But just know, whoever wants to hold on in this situation may be doing it because of financial security and the fact that the marriage itself keeps them in alignment.